It started just the same as any other traffic stop, but a search of the vehicle uncovered something horrifying.
Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk.
Not only was Mitchell going almost 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, but he didn't even have a driver's license.
Do you have your driver's license?
No, sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
So why'd you pull
This
over?
charge alone could net him fines of
Hold
up
on,
to
he got up out of there.
$500 and 6 months in jail. Not to mention the fines from the speeding ticket. But unbeknownst to the cop, Mitchell will be going back with more than just a speeding ticket.
Is there any weed in the car, man? Don't stop. Step here. Is there any weed in the car? Yes or no?
Just a doobie in the ashtray, like.
Okay.
Other than that, there's
Anything else?
Dizzy.
That gives them consent. That gives them all the consent they
When did
need.
you puff last?
This was
Be honest. Because I'm a drug recognition expert.
about an hour ago.
The cop is looking to get Mitchell on more than just a DUI charge. An 18-year-old speeding in a car like this that stinks of weed tells the cop that there may be something deeper to this traffic stop
Oh, yeah,
than
they
a
searching.
kid going too fast.
They searching, for
But
sure.
Before he
They
asks
searching.
to search the vehicle for
They
any other
searching.
drugs, Mitchell starts to act increasingly suspicious.
He 18. He don't know
All
no
right,
better.
where you headed right now?
I was headed back home.
Where's home? What's your address? No, stop. Come here. Where do
Come
you
on
live?
here. Come on here,
It's
boy.
easy. It's easy to answer this. Where do you live? You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there, how I got lost.
So what's the address? You don't know your address?
No, he lying. He's trying to figure it
Okay,
out.
come back here. Can I take a look in your car? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell has now consented to
So
the
you
search of his
pulled
vehicle.
over and
The cop is
so let me get this straight. Your dumb ass pulled over and gave him consent to search your car, knowing it was shit in that car. Knowing you didn't have a driver's license, knowing it was shit in the car, and knowing that you were probably going to go to prison for it. I don't know. Like, some of y'all are just not mentally there. Some of y'all just slow.
realistically only searching for weed and any other drugs possibly in the car.
Right.
But he has no idea what he's actually about to find. A search of the front seats turned up nothing.
Right.
Upon examining the outside of the car, the cop discovered multiple bullet holes across the left side of the vehicle.
Oh yeah, he's
It's
FUCKD.
becoming more and more obvious to the cop that something is not right at all.
Riding around with
And
bullet
this
holes is
suspect
crazy.
was likely caught up in something much bigger than he first realized.
When did all this happen? When did all that happen?
That happened.
When?
My brother, he said it.
How long
happened,
ago? Days?
like, yeah, it was like.
Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here in front of my car. Hey, it's Jesse again. I'm sorry to bother you. I got this car speeding 73 and a 55. It's a black and orange Camaro. And it's got like 3 bullet holes in the left side of it. He said he thinks his brother said his car was in something 2 nights ago.
The officer's check of the vehicle returns nothing other than proof Mitchell is lying.
Yeah.
His address comes back as somewhere completely different to where he's saying, and the car is registered to someone with a completely different surname.
Yeah.
Now he says he
It's
lives in
over.
Winsboro,
It's over.
but he's got a Richwood address.
'Cause
and the
your
car
ass
comes
is
back out of
dumb.
Monroe. And he's got this
And you going to
got a
prison and
GPS
ain't
thing
nothing you
put
can
in,
do because your
but he
ass
don't
on the
even know the
run.
address, so he's lying about a bunch of junk. Where do you live? Be honest to me. Monroe?
Yes, sir.
Richwood.
Yes,
You don't live in Winsboro.
No, sir.
Why would you try to bluff me on that? Why would you lie to me on that? Because I already knew that before this guy said something. What's up? Talk to me. You better stop lying to me right now. You're going to be in jail.
He look like he finna cry.
I'm just going to my sister's out there.
To your sisters? That's the last freaking lie you better tell me.
This whole situation is already immensely confusing.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, something even weirder happens. A completely random man pulls up at the scene claiming that his family are looking for him.
His family in Monroe is looking for him. They sought me out here. to
Okay,
talk
all right.
to him on-
Well, I got somebody pulling up behind me, Scooter. What do you mean they were looking for him?
They looking for him. The car missing. Hey,
Okay, give me the phone. Hey, man, he's not giving that name, though. He's giving another name.
And when they give yet another different name for Mitchell and the owner of the vehicle, the cop rightfully is at a loss. This has gone from a traffic stop to a full-on mystery, and the cop is determined to get to the bottom of it.
There's too much weird shit
There's a
going
kid
on.
that's been reported missing, and that they took the car from Monroe, and he lied to me about his last name, his address and where he's from. Random guy pulls up behind me, said, "Hey, this guy's looking for that kid. I need to know if this car's been reported missing, stolen." And I know he's BSing to me about where he's going. He says he's going to his sister's house down here. If you could, hey, talk to him, see if you can figure out if the sister thing is legit. He said this guy gave him the car. He's got the GPS on his phone on the back lid. He said that's where he's going, and I knew he was lying then.
Slowly, things are starting to become more clear.
Right.
If Mitchell is telling the truth, it seems as though his brother is letting him drive a car that he stole from the original owner.
Which is goofy.
But that still doesn't explain the bullet holes, why Mitchell lied about his address, or why the random man appeared looking for him knowing he was driving that vehicle. But now on top of all of that, the cop has also just been told over the radio that there's a missing person report hidden amongst this mess.
What I'm being told is that the boy who gave him permission to use the car is missing. So he's lying his ass off. Go looking for the person who owns the car, find out that the son of the owner of the car is missing, and now we got bullet holes all in the car.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
So something's bad. The only thing he lied about was his address in Winsboro. If he's knows something about this boy that's missing, there's bullet holes. I'd like to at least
Search your car,
I'll
man.
do as much good contact as I can.
You still ain't searched
A
that car,
few
brother.
more calls are made, and it turns out the missing person is Michael Robinson, the alleged brother of the boy at the scene, and the man who gave him permission to be driving the car today. However, it's still unclear who owned the car in the first place, but the cop decides to forget about that for a moment and examine the vehicle a second time now that backup has arrived.
Like, this looks close. Like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, that's close
Yeah.
up. That ain't no far
boy-
shots, some close up shots.
See?
Little did he know, this is where all his questions would be answered at once in the most gruesome way imaginable.
I'm gonna do the obvious thing I want to do. Hey. Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Goofy ass 18-year-old. This is goofy.
You have a right to an attorney.
Dumbass
Have one
18-year-old.
present during any questioning. At any time, you choose not to make any statements or answer any questions. You understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you by the court. Do you
Dumbass.
understand?
You knew you had a body in
Inside
the trunk.
was the body of Michael Robinson, and all of a sudden, everything makes sense.
26 is 125-03057, 125-0357. F39 Troop F desk. Good. Need a supervisor out here. All right, I get the guy out. He's super nervous. He lies to me about his address. He's got no driver's license. He says he's going to his house in Winsboro. Well, I find out he lives in Richwood. I pop the trunk. Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk. Okay, so I'm not. We've blocked in front of the car and behind the car. We've shut the trunk. I have Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office with me. We're at 82. Okay, we're not. We're done.
It turns out Michael Robinson wasn't related to Mitchell at all. Instead, he was merely an unintentional casualty of an armed robbery Mitchell was part of earlier.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's him.
Who is who?
That's Mike.
That's Mike. How did Mike get there? Tell me.
It wasn't me, man. It was. I just hit.
Now he want to cry. Stop doing all this gangster shit if you can't take the time, bro. Why do y'all think we care about y'all crying and feel bad for y'all, bro? You did it. He was riding around with the body in the trunk with the bullet hole still in the car. What were you planning on doing, bro? I'm so confused. What did you think was going to happen riding around with a body in the trunk and bullet holes in your car? Speeding with no license and weed in the car. What did you think? Like, what was the possible outcome for that?
I just hit him, bro. I did.
You just hit him?
I did.
In the mayhem of the robbery, Mitchell shot Robinson multiple times with a handgun before loading him into his trunk and driving him away to Winsboro to dump the body. But of course, before he could make it, he was pulled over by the officer for speeding. Michael Mitchell is being charged for the armed robbery and the second-degree murder of Michael Robinson. Mitchell is currently awaiting his trial, but is expected to be sentenced to life behind bars.
Oh yeah, he's definitely getting life behind bars, especially in Louisiana. Oh boy, you finna be somebody butt buddy. You finna be somebody butt buddy in Louisiana. Boy, you only 18, skinny as hell, and you was snitching and you crying?